Thank you so much. I got so excited that I got a little red bottom hat. Do you guys like it? Little red bottom hat, little glitter. I had to overdo it like I do. You know what I mean? So Tony asked me to be on tonight just to kind of hang out with you guys and talk about what this build really means to me. I was looking through some of my old pictures. I was looking through some of my old stories tonight before I got on, and I realized that every February 2nd, I was somewhere different. I was in Miami last February. The February before that, I think I was in Italy. I have this passion to meet people from all over the world, to educate myself in a way that's different. Don't we always say, honestly, that the best teacher is experience? Right? So when you're experiencing other people, other lands, other countries, other states, whatever it might be, you're getting the best education. You're opening yourself up to a brand new person. Um, Not only the people that you're meeting, but the people that you're becoming because of those people, because of those trips that you're taking. Um, but here's what was so special to me, and then I'm going to tell you a little story about my son, because this really, when he asked me to talk about the international build that we're going to be a part of, and Dallas is going to open up our whole market, my son came to mind. So I'm going to tell you a little story about that in a second. But first, I want to remind you how I got here. I tell the story all the time, but this part's a little bit different. So, when they asked me to go to Spain and I went, I had to stop in a layover, and they had a completely different airport setup than I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And it was probably like a 14-hour layover. This is how much I wanted to see Spain. Okay. I wasn't really sure about MWR life yet. I knew that I was saving thousands of dollars. You guys know the story for 3 months, but I was in this layover for 14 hours. Okay. And that they had these beds that you could go and sleep in. And everybody's just chilling next to each other, taking a nap. And I just thought, you know, in America, I've never really seen that. In some of the upscale lounges and stuff like that, I've seen that, right? And they're more private, they're more to themselves. Where in this other country, they felt very open being in each other's space. And that to me was so different. Once I got there, I was all by myself. I posted something in my story today, and it was about solo travel and knowing that you could sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, sit in a different place, and everywhere you go feels like home because you're there and you're experiencing something new, but you feel at peace. So once you get that vibe that everybody around the world is part of that family, it doesn't go away. So when I went to Spain and I saw all these people and I saw how passionate they were about the business, I was like, I want to create that same exact thing in North America. I want people in North America to feel free to go explore, not only in our own homeland, okay, in Dallas, yeehaw, um, and all of the other places that we like to go, but internationally as well, to learn about other people, to feel acceptance and empathy for other people. When I saw them all on stage teaching, talking in different languages, it felt so intense. That's one. And also, it felt like I was part of something bigger than myself. And we always talk about that, right? Like, if we're really building something worthwhile, it has to be bigger than me. So let's go to my son real quick. My son is kind of a politician. Okay. He's pre-law, he's going to law school. He doesn't know what he's going to do with it yet. But when he was in high school, he was part of this international club. And he was one of the only juniors to go to this trip. And when he came back, I barely recognized him. I barely recognized him because he had all these ideas politically. He had all these ideas about people. He had all these ideas about what the government looks like, what the people in different countries look like or feel like, or, why people should have ideas or shouldn't have ideas. And when he came back from this trip, it was almost like he all of his ideas were from experience and not just from reading it somewhere or not just from social media or not just from his friends telling him what their families are like. It was actual experience. So when I went to Spain and I got to experience all of that, I felt like my son in a way where I got to actually open up my heart to that. And I came back different, just like my son did. I came back different. And when I decided with Jen, of course, because she was there and Nikki was on the phone, um, I felt something completely different, more of a movement. And I'm not telling somebody they have to change. I'm not telling somebody they have to, you know, make something different in order to fit in. What it is total inclusion. It's acceptance of every single person in every single place. And we can do that here. We can do that here through travel. We can do that here through building teams. We can do that here through understanding. And I think that's what we're starting. This movement is different. This movement is different because it's come as you are. Okay. Because the one thing I know is that if you don't feel something bigger than yourself in what you're doing, you'll end up squirreling because it'll be about money, because it'll be about something that doesn't feel good in your heart, that it will be about something that might be, just a quick little fling and, you did it and on to the next. This, you're creating something for yourself that's going to change you. You're creating something with people that you don't even know yet. You're creating something with people that might be a little bit different than you. You're creating something that will move you into the next chapter of your life, and you'll evolve into somebody that you actually want to turn into. And we're going to make this movement something bigger than we've ever built, not because, you know, the the money's important. I'm not gonna lie. Not because we're first, we're this, we're that. It's because we love it. We love it. We love the people and we feel it in our souls. So Tony, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the movement with us.
Oh, I thank you for that. I'm smiling because I'm thinking of your son and what he said, and it played a tape from just a few months ago when we were talking about going to Dubai. You were talking about going to Dubai for your birthday, and I was like, oh, yeah, I want to go. It sounds like some great, and yes, be there for your birthday. But then I talked to Ilian, and then you talk to Nuno, and then there you hear about their experience of what that feels like to be in another country with that type of culture and just a whole different energy, right? And
Mhm.
again, Dubai wasn't really on my radar, but I went to honor you and experience this excitement that Nuno and Ilian were talking about, even Yoni. And I went and it changed me. Like it truly
Mhm.
changed me and my feeling about really what we're doing. And you
Yeah.
articulated so well what we're doing, because what we're doing is we're doing life at a whole different way of feeling.
Mhm.
And we have movements, we have stories we're telling, we have people are saying, hey, I've got tears. Like this is really a unique thing that we're doing collectively. And I'm just honored to be part of it with you. And I know that the more that we experience places and people,
All experience.
then
Mhm.
the better we become.
Mhm.
These places become our teachers, right? I mean, the teacher, your son taught you something, and
Yeah.
it reminded me of something like, why am I here? Like, why am I going to commit time to go to an event? Because of this feeling, this experience, this thing called life, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm so excited. Again, I say it all the time, Heather, but I'm so excited that you got on that plane and you went to that place and you took people with you and you sat there and you allowed that opportunity for what was being presented to come into your life, for you to come back and go, oh, we're doing this. Like we're doing
Yeah.
this. So I thank
Yeah.
you for that. I
Of
really, really,
course.
truly, truly am grateful for that. And maybe an opportunity to be open-minded about really what we are offering here. Yes, we have a membership, you guys. It's beautiful. We save people money. It's, we travel more efficiently. It's easier for us to. We're investing in ourselves, but at the end of the day, it's what Heather said. It's what I am feeling. It's probably what you're going to be feeling the first time you go to your very first experience, right? Is
There's
there's
this one more thing
yeah,
I want to say, Tony.
yeah,
I'm sorry, I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
mean to
yeah,
interrupt
yeah,
you.
yeah.
But think about that too. The gift that I gave my son to pay for his trips. to make sure that he went, even if I had to scrape pennies, right? At the time, I was like, he's got to go. He's got to go on all the trips. He's got to make sure that he's there with the people. And that gift that I gave him changed him forever. So for all my helpers out there, for all my people with those personalities who don't really do things for themselves, but they'd like to do things for other people, bring somebody, give them that gift. Give them that gift because what could it do for them? What if they're in a rut? What if they don't see the world as being positive right now? What if you could give them that gift and have them sitting there and catch that feeling that I caught? And then they change everything about the way they live. They start going on these even little trips. Okay. They start seeing the world different, seeing people different, experiencing those things. Help somebody out, you know? That's truly a gift. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for somebody else. I know a lot of you on here are like givers, give. But for me, honestly, really, what would it do for somebody and their life if they were sitting next to you and watching that and they caught that feeling? So don't skimp on telling other people about it as well. Just get one person there with you, especially if you're kind of scared to go alone. I won't bite you, but you know, I might
Yeah.
hug you. That I might do that though. I might.
And probably I'm going to be right there too with a hug or a high five or something.
Yeah.
So get ready for it, people. You're gonna feel something there. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Give Heather your favorite emoji right now in the chat. Just give it to her. Thank you so much, Heather. We'll see you again, I'm sure. Thank you. I love the hat. I got to get a new one, I think. Love it, love it. All right, you guys. Thank you. Yes.